Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching TheCaliEffect, King of Games, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 cards inside of the Code of the Duelist set. These 5 cards could probably improve your strategy or make a very good strategy that we already have inside of this set even better. So be on the lookout for these cards, and you probably want to pick them up before they get out of your price range. Number 5 on this list is going to be Samurai Skull. This monster is a dark zombie monster with 1700 attack and 0 defense. Ironically, it has no body. Get it? Because the defense is a body and it's a head. But most importantly, its effect reads, when this card is normal summoned, you can send one zombie monster from your deck to your GY. If this face-up card is in its owner's control, leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, you can special summon one level 4 or lower zombie monster from the deck, except for Samurai Skull. Now, this card can be the boost that zombie monsters need to make this competitive. Or upon its normal summon, you can send monsters like Mizuki, your Shiranui cards, or even test out the new Vendritch strategy that comes out inside of this set by sending cards from your deck to your graveyard through Samurai Skull. But most importantly, when your opponent gets rid of it, it does replace itself inside of another zombie monster that can crawl back from the dead and creep on your opponent's life points. Number 4 on this list is Tampalic Bomber Dragon. Now, this is the best Link monster we have up to date. I'm sorry, Firewall Dragon, you're just gonna have to take a backseat. This Link 4 monster requires, obviously, at least 2 effect monsters, and its effect reads, if a monster is special summoned to a Link monster, or to a zone that a Link monster points to, while this monster is on the field, destroy all monsters in the main monster zones. Also, your other monsters cannot attack for the rest of the turn. After damage calculation, if this card attacks an opponent's monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. The first thing I want to point out about Tampalic Bomber Dragon is that it doesn't matter if it's himself or other Link monsters. If a monster was to be summoned to a Link zone, well, you might want to destroy all monsters in the main monster zone. The next thing about this effect is that it's not once per turn. So ultimately, Tampalic Bomber Dragon and a couple of other cards can completely lock any other monster that is not on the field or Tampalic Bomber Dragon. So this card can be extremely good at just dominating the opponent. Its 3000 attack is nothing to scuff at, and the fact that he inflicts additional damage to your opponent, I'm really seeing this card as the Blue Eyes White Dragon, Red Dragon, Archfiend-esque type card inside of its effects, and it seems like a really awesome card to have fun with. Number 3 on this list is Heavy Storm Duster. Now, we got a Twin Twister like Harpy Feather Duster slash Heavy Storm slash Malevolent Catastrophe inside of a trap card, and what it does is target 2 spell and trap cards on the field, destroy them. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this card, and this card screams play artifacts at the very worst, allowing yourself to destroy your own artifacts face down spells and then special summon themselves to the side of the field to direct further damage on your opponent is great. But even more importantly, we have another out for back row cards without releasing busted cards like Heavy Storm and Harpy's Feather Duster. Number 2 on this list is Spellbook of Knowledge. Now, this card could have been the best card in the set, but it's not, because there's obviously a card that's one card better. But Spellbook of Knowledge can definitely take the cake as one of the best cards, if not the second best card in the set in most people's list. Its effect says send to your GY either one spellcaster monster you control or one spellbook card from your hand or face up to your field except Spellbook Knowledge, and if you do draw 2 cards, you can only activate 1 Spellbook of Knowledge per turn. Not only does this card give an infinite boost to spellbooks, somewhat making them a viable strategy for the 2017 August format, it also allows you to play them inside of Invoked and even make a small engine with Little Boy, Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, Spellbook of Secrets, and Spellbook of Knowledge being able to allow you to consistently draw cards from your deck to your hand. This card is freaking amazing. The #1 card is the card I lied when I told you Tempalic Bomber Dragon is the best Link monster to date. The #1 card is Mrs. Radiant. Now, if you guys are fans of the old Yu-Gi-Oh! Like I am, there was a card called Mullis Radiant, and it came out in Metal Raiders and didn't see a lot of play. Well, Mrs. Radiant is here to change the fact that the Radiant card is going to get played. I hope you don't play Mullis Radiant to this day now. And actually, Mullis Radiant was played, but that was only with Rescue Cat and, Last Will, but we're not even going to talk about that. What Mrs. Radiant requires is 2 Earth monsters, and its effect reads as all Earth monsters on the field gain 500 attack and defense. Also, Wind monsters on the field lose 400 attack and defense. If this card is destroyed by Battle Run card effect, you can target 1 Earth monster in your GY. Add it to your hand. You can only use this effect of Mrs. Radiant once per turn. Now, like I said, it's an Earth Link monster, so initially it says 1400 attack, but it's going to start off with 1900 attack. The next most important thing is it increases the stats of all Earth monsters. So if you're playing a supercharged Earth deck, well, congratulations. Mrs. Radiant is going to give you guys a boost. But most importantly, it allows Zodiac to still stay competitive, and I know how much you guys love Zodiac. Okay, all jokes aside, you might not like Zodiac, but this card definitely does help a lot of Earth decks, and I'm excited to see a retrained version of Mullis Radiant, Witch's Apprentice, and all of the other cards in between. It'll be awesome to see those cards come into effect and actually be very pliable. Well, that's it for my top 5. I really want to see you guys' top 5 down below in the description, but in the comment section. I hope you guys can't put stuff in my description, but thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy.